Okay, so today, girls, we are going to learn about climate and weather. So tell me about what you are wearing today, Lundi.
I'm wearing my long sleeve top because it was cold today.
Okay, so I think it's fair to say that we always look at the weather before we decide what to wear, right? And there's a reason why we have a winter and summer uniform at our school. And that's because obviously we have warm summers, so we have to have different types of clothing for summer. And in winter, we have to wear something that's a little bit warmer. So Shalom, do you think there are other places on Earth that experience these differences in temperature throughout the year?
Yes, there are other places where the weather does change, but there are also places where the weather doesn't change. Maybe the weather stays cold or the weather stays hot. It really depends where you are.
In this introduction, the teacher starts with a daily life situation, the choice of the clothes that the students wear. It is more engaging for the students because they'll have to explain something that they do and experience every day. But then, the comparison with other countries leads to the problem. What is the difference between weather and climate?
Okay, so Ari said there is a difference between weather and climate. Does everyone fully understand what the difference between weather and climate is? Who is not 100% sure yet? Okay.
Miss Aesop, I just wanted to clarify. So with climate, does it have to do more than what you see, like outside the window? Does it have to do with temperatures?
Yes, you're quite right, Shalom. Climate has to do with a lot more factors and it can be quite complicated, and we're going to explore more about climate in this lesson. So hopefully I'll answer some of your questions throughout the lesson.
By repeating what has been said by one student, the teacher insists on knowing if everyone has the same definition and if everyone is well aware of the difference between climate and weather. By doing so, she makes sure that the students understand the central problem of this lesson. This step is also a way to generate some cognitive conflict among the students. They see that not everyone agrees with their definition and that they may each start from a different basis of knowledge.
Okay, so we know there's a difference between weather and climate, right? And we said there's different climates all around the world. So look at the map that is on your table in front of you. Do you see that there are different climates all over the world? Okay, so why do you think those areas of the globe are colder? Marafi?
I think it is because the polar areas don't get as much sun.
Okay, so you think it has something to do with the sun?
Yes.
So I want you to write down your theory why there are different climates in the world, and I want you then to test that theory. So first, in your group, decide why we have different climates all around the world. Write that down on a piece of paper. Then you're going to test this theory.
Maybe write colder climates are cold because they get less sun.
And I think some of these climates are a lot hotter because they're more near the equator, maybe.
Yeah.
Right, so how are you going to test this theory, girls?
In this part of the lesson, we can observe different steps of an inquiry-based approach. First, an observation on a world map that leads to a question. Then, the students make an hypothesis to address that question, and they conduct an experiment to test their hypothesis. Here, the teacher is only guiding the work of the students by asking specific questions. Students are encouraged to write down their hypothesis and to discuss in their groups, thus reinforcing their ability to explain their results.
I think it's because the sun's rays are brighter at the equator. Maybe that's why the equator is more hotter. So here's the equator. So I think
Because it's closer to the sun, it'll be a lot
the rays
warmer.
are closer, the rays are brighter.
And they're more powerful.
Yeah, so since it's a bit higher, the rays get bigger, but they get weaker.
Yeah.
So there's not as bright.
And the same applies at the bottom.
And the same applies at the bottom.